Hi, my dear students. Good morning to all. Welcome back to Maths online class. How are you all? Hope all are safe and healthy at home. So, we can enter to today's session. Let's see what is today's topic. Today we can discuss on the criteria for congruence of triangles. In the previous class we discussed what are congruent triangles, isn't it? Today we can discuss what are the conditions for the triangles to be congruent. There are four main conditions for a triangle to be congruent. Out of that we can discuss with the first criteria. What is that first criteria? SSS criteria. So, from the name itself, you are getting some idea, isn't it? You know, a triangle is a three-sided figure. So, this SSS criteria is something related to the sides of the triangle. So, how according to this criteria, when two triangles will be congruent, that we are discussing today. Here two triangles you can see, one blue triangle and one pink triangle, isn't it? When you look at the sides, what you feel? Here we have 7 centimeter. Here also we have 7 centimeter. Here you have 5 centimeter. Here also you have 5 centimeter. And this side is 9 centimeter. Here also 9 centimeter. So according to the figure, you can say the length of the sides of the two triangles are equal. That means two triangles are congruent if all three sides of the triangles are equal in length. That is the SSS rule. That means the three sides of the triangle. Side, side, side rule. What does it say? When the three sides of a triangle are equal to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, then we can say the two triangles will be congruent. If the three sides of one triangle are congruent to the three sides of a second triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. You know what is the meaning of congruent, isn't it? Congruent means same size or same shape. Similarly, here look at the two triangles ABC and RST. Now we can see which sides are equal. Here AB equal to RS. Isn't it? Here they have one marking. Here also one marking. That means that two sides are equal. Now taking the equal side of BC is what? ST. So here we have BC is equal to ST. Now the third side CA equal to TR. So from the figure we understood that the three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, isn't it? Then by this SSS congruence criteria, we can say these two triangles are congruent. Now when you're writing the sides, here we are taking AB. So if you are taking AB, the corresponding side of AB is RS, not SR. That is the difference. That means when you are writing AB, AB means the corresponding side of AB is RS itself. So that correspondence should be written clearly. Similarly, for BC it is ST, that is BC ST, not TS. Similarly, for CA it is TR, not RT. That means the sides and the angles should be corresponding. The corresponding angle of A will be what? R, not S, isn't it? The corresponding angle to A is R, the corresponding angle to B is S, and the corresponding angle to C is T. That correspondence should come in the right way, then only the naming of the triangles will be correct. So, according to these corresponding sides, we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle RST. So from the name itself you can see ABRS, that is ABRS, BCST, ACRT. In that way that naming should be correct. So what is SSS congruence criteria? If under a given correspondence, what is that given correspondence means? Here ABC is corresponding to RST, that is the correspondence. If under a given correspondent, the three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides itself. We should get that corresponding sides should be equal. Then the triangles are congruent. That means AB should be equal to RS itself, not AB equal to ST. Then we cannot say that corresponding sides we should get. That is the meaning of corresponding. Clear? What is SSS congruence? The three sides of one triangle should be equal to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle. Then we can say the two triangles are congruent. Now using SSS congruence criteria, we can solve some problems. See, here two triangles are given, and using SSS congruence, we need to prove these two triangles are congruent. Here in the figure, they have not written the length, but instead they have given you marking. That marking means here one marking is given. That means that side AB and side DC are equal. That is the meaning of this indication, one marking. Similarly, the side AC and DE will be equal because these two sides are marked with 2 marking. And the side BC and CE will be equal because they are marked with 3. So, this marking means these sides are equal. So, according to the figure, we got AB equal to DC, BC equal to CE and AC equal to DE. Isn't it? That means the three sides of this triangle are equal to the three sides of this triangle. So, by SSS congruence condition, we can say these two triangles are congruent. I said when you are writing the congruent relation, it should be the corresponding sides and the angle should be correct. Here the angle corresponds to A is D, to B is C, and B is C, and corresponding A to A, for A is D, for B is C. Here C is common, for B and E are common, C is the common angle in here. Here these two triangles are having a common angle, that is C. So here we are discussing only about the sides because we are saying about SSS congruence criteria. So we need to check only for the sides. So from by SSS congruence criteria, we got triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCE. By see how we are applying the SSS congruence criteria. For applying the SSS criteria, we need all the three sides to be equal. Next one question. Here we have two triangles, isn't it? Now we have to identify the corresponding parts, corresponding sides. Which all are the corresponding sides? Here we know EF is equal to 3 cm, ED is equal to 3.2 cm and DF is equal to 3.5 cm. Here MN equal to 3.2 cm, ML equal to 3 cm and LN equal to 3.5 cm. So we have to identify which are the corresponding sides. Here we have EF equal to 3 cm. So in this triangle, where is the 3 cm? Here, isn't it? So what is the corresponding side of EF? ML is the corresponding side of EF. Next, here ED we have 3.2 cm. So where we have here 3.2 MN. So the corresponding part of ED is what? MN. Now DF we have 3.5 cm. So the corresponding part is NL. Not LN but NL. Clear? So which all are the corresponding parts? EF equal to ML 3 cm given according to the question. And DE equal to NM, it is also given in the question 3.2 cm. DF equal to NL is 3.5 cm, that is also given in the question. So we identified the three equal corresponding parts in the two triangles, isn't it? Then by SSS criteria, we can say the two triangles are congruent. So how we are writing the congruence relation? Triangle DEF is congruent to triangle NML. So you have to check whether you are getting the corresponding parts. DENM, DENM, EFML, EFML, DFNL, DFNL. So by SSS criteria, we proved that two triangles are congruent. Next question. Here also we have a two triangles. Identify the triangles. Which are they? ADB, that is one triangle. ADC, that is the second triangle. We have to prove these two triangles are congruent. So for that, here the length of sides are given here, isn't it? So first check whether they are equal. Here AB we have 3.5 centimeter. Similarly AC also we have 3.5 centimeter. So by the length we can say AB and AC are equal. Similarly BD is 2.5 centimeter. CD is 2.5 centimeter. So we can say BD and CD are equal. Now what is the third side in both the triangles? In ADB and ADC, the third side is AD, isn't it? That means the third side AD is common in both the triangles. Then surely we can say the third side is equal, because the same AD we have here, the same AD we have here. So the third side also we got equal. So we proved the three sides are equal, isn't it? AB equal to AC, BD equal to CD, AD equal to AD. What is the reason? Common side. So by SSS criteria, if you want to apply SSS criteria, we should get the three sides to be equal. So according to the figure itself, they have given the three sides are equal. Then by SSS criteria, we can say the two triangles are congruent. I said when we are writing the congruence criteria, that relation. Here ADB means you have to write ADC. Clear? Otherwise ABD, if you are writing, you have to write ACD. That relation should be correct. If you are writing ABD, you cannot write ADC. Clear? If you are writing ABD, the other triangle should be ACD. So in that way, the correspondence should be correct. So the triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. One more question we can solve. In the figure, AB equal to AC. So this is the figure, and according to the question, AB equal to AC is given, and D is the midpoint of BC. Where is BC? This is BC. And D is the midpoint. What do you mean by the word midpoint? Midpoint means the point D divides BC into two equal parts. That is the meaning of midpoint. That means BD is equal to CD. Understood what is the meaning of midpoint? Midpoint means middle point. So if D is the midpoint means DD and CD are equal. Now there are three questions in here. What are they? State the three pairs of equal parts in the two triangles. Which are the two triangles? ADB and ADC. So can you say the three equal parts? According to the question, it is given AB equal to AC, isn't it? So AB equal to AC. So one equal part we got. Then also given in the question, D is the midpoint, isn't it? So we have BD equal to CD. So we got the second equal part. Now for the third part means, look at the third side. Which is the third side? AD. In ADB and ADC, the third side AD is common, isn't it? So we have AD equal to AD. So we identified the three equal parts in the two triangles. Which are they? AB equal to AC. It is given in the question. BD equal to CD. That is also given in the question. Then AD equal to AD means the common side in both the triangles. Now what is the second question? Is triangle ADB congruent to triangle ADC? Which are the triangles? ADB and ADC. Now for the first question, we identified the three equal parts, isn't it? Which are the three equal parts? That are the three sides of the triangle. These three sides we identified, they are equal. So by SSS congruence criteria, we can say these two triangles are congruent. How can we apply the SSS congruence criteria? Because these three sides are equal in these two triangles. Then we can say SSS criteria, these two triangles are congruent. Then last question, is angle B equal to angle C? Whether the two angles will be equal? Yes, that will be equal. Why? What is the reason? Since the two triangles are congruent, then the corresponding parts are equal. Corresponding parts means what? Corresponding sides and corresponding angles. Corresponding sides are equal, that we proved. So if two triangles are congruent, its corresponding angles also will be equal. Therefore, angle B equal to angle C. In this way, we are proving the congruent of triangles. That means using SSS congruence criteria, we can prove two triangles are congruent. How? If you are getting the three sides of one triangle are equal. For both the triangles, if two sides are equal, then we can, by SSS congruence criteria, we can say the two triangles are congruent. Clear? So that's all for today. Hope all of you understood today's class. Try to work out more problems on the concept we learned today. Copy down the notes given and attend the test paper. We'll meet with the next concept in the next video. Thank you.